Hello and welcome to my channel. This video is a liquid foundation tutorial. This is also the first of my series of foundation tutorials. So please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Please turn on notifications as well so that every time I upload a new video, you get notified about it. Now, liquid foundation can get a little tricky sometimes, especially if you're a beginner or someone who's just starting out with makeup. But once you get the hang of it, it is really easy. In this video, I'm going to show you my personal liquid foundation routine. And yeah, I have also included some contouring and highlighting in it, so I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions, and yes, I'll see you in my next video. Moisturizing is the most important step when you're about to put on foundation because it protects your skin against all of that makeup that you'll be putting on. I use the Neutrogena Dry Touch Ultra Sheer Sunblock because it has SPF of 50+. Now, SPF not only protects your skin against the harmful radiation from the sun, but it also protects your skin against pollution, against harsh lights, against free radicals in the air. So even if you're stepping out in the evening, SPF is always good, and moisturizer creates this protective layer between the skin and your makeup, so your skin stays protected. A primer is also important. Today I'm using the L'Oreal Base Magique Smoothing Primer. I have a lot of scarring on my face thanks to some acne that I always happen to have. I also have visible pores because I have oily skin, so this primer helps smoothen out the appearance of those pores and it smoothens out the skin for better application of the foundation. I always use my ring finger in order to blend out any pigment or product that I use on my skin because the skin on your face is very delicate, so the ring finger exerts the least amount of pressure. After applying this primer, now I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix NC25 foundation, and I am going to again use my ring finger and dot this foundation all over my face. And now I'm going to use my fingers in order to spread out that foundation all over my face. This blending sponge from Real Techniques has changed my life because I end up spending half the amount of time doing my foundation as compared to when I was using brushes. So I'm going to take the flat side of this sponge and simply dab the foundation into my skin. When you're using this sponge on your face, make sure that you're not dragging the foundation around, otherwise being a sponge it will absorb a lot of product and your foundation will move around a lot. If you're using it on your neck, it's okay to drag, it doesn't make much of a difference, but when you're doing your face with it, make sure that you're just dabbing it and pushing the foundation into your skin so that your foundation stays put and it stays where it is and it doesn't move too much. Because of its shape, this blending sponge is unique and there's a lot of scope of using all of its sides, like the flat edge, the pointy end, the rounded sides, in order to blend the foundation in various corners of your face. Like the pointy end is very helpful to blend out foundation underneath your eyes and in the corners of your nose, so I really like this sponge. And now it's time to conceal. I'm using the NW35 concealer from MAC. It's an orange toned concealer, and because I have some grayness underneath my eyes, I am using it to cancel out all of that grayness, and I'm also going to use it on the top of my scars. I'm just taking my ring finger once again and dabbing it, and now I'm going to use that sponge in order to push that concealer into my skin. Now, this sponge, being a sponge, absorbs product, so it's always good to use a sponge underneath your eyes because too much product in your underneath your eyes will make the under eye area crease, so you don't want that, so try and use a sponge. Now it's time to contour. This is my favorite part, and you know that I contour with lipsticks. Lipsticks are so easy to blend, and this is the most inexpensive lipstick available in the Indian market. This is the L18 Colourpop lipstick, and it's in the shade Cocoa Creme. The shade number is 14, so 14 I mean. So now I'm just sculpting my face, drawing out my jawline and trying to hide this really nice double chin that I have going on in there. So as I was saying, contouring with lipsticks is very easy. I'm going to use the edge of the sponge in order to blend out all of that contour I just created. Try not to drag this sponge along your face when you are blending out the contour, because if you drag the sponge, then your foundation underneath will again move and it will look patchy. So it is easy to use this sponge, but you need to once at least get a grip on how to use it, and then it makes life so much easier for you. In order to highlight, I'm using a concealer. This one is from L'Oreal and it's called True Match. Now the great thing about this concealer is that not only is it a good highlighter, but it's also an amazing eyeshadow primer. Trust me, if you are trying to experiment with really bright eyeshadows which you want to pop on your eyelids, or if you have some, less pigmented eyeshadows which don't show up their true color on your eyelids, try to use this one underneath. It is perfectly tacky, it helps your eyeshadow stick to your eyelids, and it also makes them pop because it becomes a completely white base. So this one is a great concealer, great eyeshadow primer, great highlighter, brilliant product. I'm using this blending sponge once again in order to lock in all of that concealer underneath my eyes. I use that concealer under my eyes to brighten up the under eye area. Now I'm using my Sugar and Spice palette from Revolution and mixing up these two shades. I'm going to add some color to my cheeks, and I always end up using a lot more product, so I am just buffing it out with a clean buffing brush. Now I'm using this huge ass fan brush, and with the help of it I am going to add this highlight to my face. It doesn't have any shimmer, but it does add a nice silvery glow. Finally, it's time to lock in everything. In order to lock your foundation, you need to use a loose translucent powder. Mine is from Kryolan and I think it's very good. I've had this for so many years and I'm still using the same one. I never seem to run out. I don't know how Kryolan does it, seriously. So I'm just using a nice fluffy brush in order to spread out all of that translucent powder and locking in all of the foundation, the contour, the highlight and the blush on my face. And that is the finished look.